Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the chemistry class. Last day we discussed about nonmetals, and today we'll discuss the use of some nonmetals. So last day we have discussed about metals. Today we'll discuss some use of nonmetals. Okay. All of you know that nonmetals are also very much essential. Okay, like metals in our daily life. Water is made up of hydrogen and carbon, both are nonmetals. Cells and human plants body are made up of nonmetals. Okay, cells made up of protein, lipid, protein. Okay, and plants body, humans body, that means animals body, all are made up of carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. Okay, and food whatever we are taking every day or eating every day are made up of non-metals like carbohydrates, fats, proteins. Okay, so we have to study these non-metals. Okay, here we will mainly discuss the use of non-metals. So today we shall discuss the usage of some important non-metals. First we will discuss oxygen. All of you know oxygen formula is O2. It exists as oxygen gas. Okay. Now it is very much required for our breathing or respiration purpose. Okay. Any living thing, even plant also require this oxygen for breathing. Okay. Oxygen cylinders we are using in hospitals. Okay. Different for the treatment of asthma patients or breathing trouble patients. Okay. And without oxygen there will be no combustion reaction. Okay, combustion is not possible. So if you take some carbon and if you want to burn it, or any kind of fuel, if you want to burn it, oxygen is required. And it is also used in different industries. Okay, so oxygen is a very important non-metal. Next we will discuss nitrogen. Nitrogen formula is, all of you know, N2. Okay, and in protein there is nitrogen, so essential part of this protein molecule. Okay, different types of amino acid, okay, contains also nitrogen, and this nitrogen we can use in food packagings like potato chips or different type of packets, food packets. Okay, it creates the inert environment and there will be no decomposition of food materials. Okay, and in electrical bulb also we are using nitrogen, because that metal that glowing, okay, in the inner atmosphere it will not oxidized. Okay, this nitrogen also can be used, okay, for production of different types of compounds like ammonia, okay, like fertilizers, urea. Okay, so this nitrogen has huge amount of application. Next we will discuss another non-metal, that is carbon. Without carbon there will be no organic chemistry. Okay, and its valency is 4 and it has different types of allotropes. Okay, it is used as coke, graphite, diamond in free state, while in combined state it present in all living organisms at food, nutrients, okay, like carbohydrates, protein, vitamins, etc. It is also present in air as carbon dioxide gas. First we will discuss about one amorphous form of this carbon allotrope, that is coal. Coal is a widely used as fuel. We can use in home, industry also it is used for production of heat, okay, heat energy. It is used in the pharmaceutical and textile sectors as a source of synthetic chemicals, okay, and textiles. Graphite is another allotrope. Okay, this is also non-crystalline form. It is a soft slippery substance. It is used in the lead pencil. Okay, it is used in the lubricant. Graphite structure, when you know about chemical bond, then you will get some hexagonal structure is there in case of graphite, and between two layers there will be some gap. That is why it is slippery. And graphite also can be used in the nuclear reactors to control the speed of the nuclear reaction. And during electrolysis we are also using this graphite electrode, okay, and it is a very good conductor of heat and electricity because graphite contains some electrons free, okay, each carbon atom containing one free electron. That is why it is a very good conductor of heat and electricity. Another very good allotrope, okay, or precious allotrope of carbon is diamond. Diamond is crystalline form of the carbon. It shines very brightly. Its refractive index is very high, and it is what we can tell. Sometimes it is, we are telling the dazzling diamond, okay, and it is used in the jewelry form, and impure like black diamond is also used for cutting glass, grinding purpose, okay, for hard surface, and sometimes drilling purpose also we are using this black diamond, okay. Next we will discuss the another amorphous form of this carbon, that is charcoal. Charcoal is used as decolorizing agent, okay, it is a very good adsorbent, okay, in sugar industry we are using as decolorizing agent. It is also used to purify as it removes the color and smell present in the water. Sometimes in different types of companies water filter, okay, they are used this charcoal. Next we will discuss another important non-metal, that is iodine. Its formula is I2, okay. So iodine is one type of halogen, okay, sea salt former. Iodine is a grey crystalline solid. It has metallic luster. It is soluble insoluble in water, but soluble in organic solvent. Organic solvent like we can tell benzene, ethyl alcohol, carbon tetrachloride, like this. It is also soluble in potassium iodide, okay, solution. Okay, a small amount of iodine salt is required for our human body, okay, and if there is deficiency of iodine, there will be one disease called goiter. It is used in the photographic films in the form of potassium iodide, and in tincture iodine, that means iodine alcohol mixture, is used as antiseptic. Iodix, where iodoform is there, and it is used as a pain reliever. So these are the uses of the iodine. So also you have to know that this iodine is a the what we can say that sublimable. If you take some amount of iodine, if you apply it, it directly go from the solid state to gaseous state. Next one very important halogen is there, that is called chlorine. Chlorine is a greenish yellow gas. Its formula is Cl2, and it is also a very good bleaching agent, okay, and it is generally used for decolorizing different types of in textile, jute industries, okay. It is used as a disinfectant for drinking water, okay, as well as in the swimming pool water, okay. It is also used for preparation of different types of chemicals like DDT, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane, or you can think about BHC, benzene hexachloride. In this preparation of DDT and BHC, we are using chlorine gas, okay. So in the manufacture of HCl gas also, if you take hydrogen and chlorine and if you react, okay, in presence of diffuse sunlight, there will be HCl gas. So production of HCl gas also we are using this chlorine gas. Next we will discuss the lightest element, that is hydrogen gas. This formula all of you know, that is H2. It is a very good reducing agent. It is used in the balloon, okay, and it is also used in the hydrogenation of ion, okay. Hydrogenation means if there is some unsaturation, there may be double bond or triple bond. Here you can use nickel hydrogen to make it saturated, and this hydrogen also can be used for the preparation of ammonia gas, that is also used for making fertilizers, okay. Next one we will discuss that sulfur. Sulfur is actually exists as acid, okay, and it is a yellow colored solid compound, okay. It is used in the firecrackers, that means in the Kali Puja, whatever you are burning, okay, like Rasbati, Tubri, okay, we have to use sulfur. Any type of mixture that can we are using in the firecrackers. There we are using sulfur, and by burning sulfur you produce sulfur dioxide, and from there you can prepare hydrogen sulfate, that means sulfuric acid you can prepare. Okay, it is used in the vulcanization of rubber, that means to making the rubber very hard. Cross-linking of rubber, we are using sulfur. It can be used as fungicides and insecticides. It is also used, okay, in the manufacture of sulfur drugs, antibiotics. Okay, even in the match industry, okay, phosphorus sulfide we are using, okay, this sulfur. So in this way we have completed the discussion of some important non-metal uses, okay, and next day we will discuss the uses of metalloids and noble gases or inert gases. So today up to this, okay, if you have any confusion, okay, you will ask question in your live classes, or you can send me questions through WhatsApp.